Hello friends, I'm Serum, and welcome back. Don't put your hand on a pile of dirt, or this might just happen to you. What it feels like to chew 5 gum. Ant-Man origin story. This is weapon testing by trained professionals. Do not try at home. You can try this at home, however. Put your hamster inside a car or let them roam free. Don't bring your phone into the pool. Bro saw God's plan. Luckily, the phone still worked. While we're in the water, that pufferfish is deflating. However, they can't deflate above water, so we flipped him over, drowning him so we could actually deflate. You won't catch this dog drowning because he's been at sea for a very long time. When did Captain Jack get a dog? At least he didn't get one of these things. Like and subscribe if you drink water. But if you get a dog, make sure if they're small, they don't play with a dog that's too big. Dog disappeared so quick, just like this guy. This girl was training for her dance class, however, she took a fall. Luckily, she wasn't injured. And neither was this squirrel. When it jumped off while the tree was coming down, they don't take fall damage. He has feather falling. On the topic of rodents, this mouse got into this bakery eating the cake and then looked at her like, why are you exposing me? Well, under the water, we're exposing these tadpoles. Why are they so big? My sock every night. Disney on ice, so fun. The way the spotlight's still shining on him. These young adults really got the spotlight on them living this crazy life. You're living my dream. And so was this girl when she sat next to Tom Holland on a flight for 3 hours. Spider-Man in real life. The mouth of a megalodon shark is much bigger than you'd expect. Or a pterodactyl is the size of like 20-30 people combined. Reminder that social media is fake. It's all about angles and lighting and, well, poses. Inside the ceiling, in between this crevice, what is that? That right there is your 2-week notice. There's a person up there. Somebody's watching you. Somebody was watching this guy, thankfully, on the security cam. Did you see that? It wasn't his fault. Just get a box at that point. Or a Nerf gun like this choir teacher who holds her students accountable. You shall harmonize or you shall perish. Squid Game chorus. This girl just wanted to hold her frog, but he was extra aggressive today. The other one is just staring. You can stare at an invisibility shield all you want, but you won't see through it. We need to know how this is made. We know how buildings are made. They need big materials, but they have to be transported. Let's make sure we move this 500-foot beam in the middle of rush hour. While we're on the road, runway, why is she dressed as a car? She's definitely holding back tears when gas prices get too high. These are lump suckers. They've evolved to have fins that stick to surfaces and each other. You can feel the frustration. I'd be frustrated if these guys came to my doorbell. Oh my. Volume check. Make sure to check your Ring cameras, because you never know if this will happen. This dude looks like the cart titan. Dude changes the time of day. This girl found a mouse cooked in her meal at Chili's. And if you look closely, you can see she took a bite out of it. You typically have to look close to see this Saharan horned viper that uses this sidewinding technique to camouflage himself from prey. In the middle of the night, this guy found something on the road. And as we approach, in the headlights, you can see there is something moving. You may have to watch this a few times to tell. I still don't know what it is, but they stop far away to keep distance. This is more scary. When he went into this room, there's this girl standing on the bed, okay, covered in a blanket at 3 a.m. Let's go ahead and take that blanket off. Apparently, this is common in Mexico. However, what's not common is finding a head at the beach. Luckily, it looks to be just a mask. Why aren't you screaming, crying? This girl was about to be when she was making a core memory, but also nightmare. These people were in a nightmare for only a minute when the roller coaster got stuck. Luckily, it was temporary, nobody got injured, and they continued on. This deer continued on a little too far when he jumped over into the water. He also jumped, but what was his goal? Aiming for nothing. This guy's Oculus was covered in bugs. One time I saw a centipede in this, so check it before you put it on. This right here is a Cadillac social space. Life is turning into cyberpunk. There's a vapor fire in the back, and you get a pop-out bar. And with this car, you can take flight. So what about safety measures? This girl's house was really safe, so people were gonna want to go in there. However, something just did. If you missed it, watch it again. But she's waiting out there, screaming, so dramatic. Will her dog chase it out? Looks like yes. Dogs can move fast. Dogs running upstairs. This is inside an abandoned hospital. The liquid is frozen over and probably has 50 diseases in it. This hospital suffered a massive fire, and this cat suffered some bloating after having a big meal. Yes, keep grabbing the pouch. This boba tea store serves their drinks in a glass perfume bottle. This is going on my bucket list. They look so good. If you haven't been to Chick-fil-A, that should be on your bucket list. However, they use these machine belts to transport them over the drive-thru. That's how the chicken crossed the road. Yes, your food goes on a roller coaster before you get it. These are perfect things. Supposedly this relieves anxiety. Did it work? This definitely does. Same with this. Delicious. Perfect. That takes skill. And so does this. Seals are extremely bouncy creatures. Very floppy. These are real photos of a nebula, which is a cloud of dust. What happens after a supernova? The remains of an explosion. I literally never want to see this again. Coraline, possibly? Side profile check. How House check. This person always wanted to live in a cozy, warm seashell. Do you think they accomplished their goal? Verdict? Absolutely. These Americans went to China and they were trying to eat lunch with a friend, and everybody started taking photographs of them because they were unknowingly on a famous photography street. Which class is learning the most right now? Probably that. Why do teachers always stand so weird? Dude thinks he's L. This frog was sizzling. Gosh, that's hot. Gotta cool it off. I tried to scream, but my head was underwater. Speaking of underwater, the snake was right up in that toilet. Sorry if you're on it right now, but here is a pit of snakes to make you feel better. Can you see what's going on here? Dude has 3 arms. Well, this cat did see his owner with a new dog. I'm pretty sure whatever she's saying goes against the community guidelines. The way the cat turned around, are you seeing this? It really does feel betrayed. Cat's gonna need years of therapy. There was this bubble forming on this paddleboard, and it continued to get bigger and bigger. At what point will it pop? Oh, not me thinking it was a jellyfish or something. Why is this bubble forming? I want to hear it pop so bad. This is the biggest rat in New York City. Master Splinter. Chuck E. Cheese after retirement. Just Predator and Prey walking home after a long day of shooting National Geographic. And this is me after a long day of eating Taco Bell. This tree was never potty trained. It's actually rot from further up that allowed the water to enter so it can get drained like this. It's actually good for the tree. That is some diarrhea. Did you know in Incredibles, during this scene, the helicopter behind him that crashed is actually the same helicopter that crashed in Avengers, same exact place. Here is a cat's tongue. Look closely, you can see all these spikes on there. You don't want to get licked by that. You also don't want to fall down there into the pit of hell. I claim no negative energy. Never dig straight down. None of these Marios are actually moving. The way it's changing colors makes it look like it is, but they all remain in the same place and are the same size. And this illusion screen in Japan is a little bit too realistic. Imagine seeing this for the first time. I'd be like, oh, how is it coming out that well? This guy found the world's slipperiest soap. Don't drop that. This is what Harry Potter would look like if it was created today. Harry Potter in modern age, they need to make it. This is literally movie quality. This is the smallest animal on Earth that has fully developed eyeballs, floats around the ocean like Boba, living a good and happy life as a ball, observing the wonders around them. Face ID observed a little bit too much here when it caught a devil in the corner of his photo. And this is not what you think it is. You probably think it's a pool, but it's not. It's just a blue folder with a guitar behind it. This is the sounds that mushroom makes. Bioelectric changes in the mushroom trigger a note change in the synth. This is the world's biggest cruise ship, the Wonder of the Sea, capable of holding 9,000 people, 18 decks tall. I'll never understand how it floats. I saw the Titanic a first time. I don't need a sequel. While we're at sea, let's see the size comparison of different sea monsters. Here it is, including prehistoric. Megalodon is ranked at number 5. This guy took a picture claiming he saw the megalodon. Now this is the size of the biggest great white sharks ever, but in the back left-hand side, that is the size of a megalodon. There has been rumors and videos of sightings. If you look there, you can see it under the sea. We know it was real a long time ago, but we can't say for sure if it's still alive today.